Hey everyone, John here with the fourth and final part of Miyamoto's Famitsu interview. So this is all about how Nintendo goes about creating things and also Miyamoto's own hobbies, so let's dive in. This was all translated by Black Kite for Japanese Nintendo. So first of all, Miyamoto discusses making something interesting rather than just something that will sell. He says, if you're trying to make something to sell, there'll be various failures. Instead of making something to sell, the most important thing is to make something you believe will be interesting. If you're trying to make something to sell, it will definitely be something that already exists elsewhere, especially if you're making it within a competition. He goes on to say he did a number of lectures at CDEC saying such a thing, while also talking about operations staff and managers being the one who restrain these ideas. This is why Nintendo aims to make something that's never been seen before. And this philosophy comes from Yamauchi. Yamauchi was the one who said make something that's never been seen before. That's why he also said to everyone in management, please tell people in the workplace to make things in a stretched way. Stretched meaning to take your time and not be hasty. This also applies to a global market, as higher-ups will often say make something that sells globally. This has brought up concerns about whether new ideas will sell globally, but everyone in the company makes things normally and naturally, and they found themselves really lucky that the things could expand worldwide. Miyamoto wanted to share this philosophy with newer staff that joined after Yamauchi was no longer with the company, and we're still seeing this today. Miyamoto was not involved with newer experimental projects like Labo and Ring Fit Adventure. He's glad he could safely watch the developers making them with a high degree of freedom. We're currently seeing Nintendo expanding with numerous collaborations, and Miyamoto wants more of that. Nintendo wants to expand and cooperate with various companies while taking great care of their own game characters. If it goes well, then more people will be exposed to Nintendo and enter the ecosystem. Miyamoto also hopes this will help with parents. He wants children to interact with Nintendo like a Disney movie, it being more accepted as family-friendly. Miyamoto wants Nintendo to keep doing new things. If things go that way, Nintendo could end up being not a game company, not a character company, not a movie company, but an entertainment company. Miyamoto is currently communicating with many people from outside the games industry. He's had his desires going from drawing manga to making something that surprises people to making something that could be considered interesting by everyone. Anyway, on to Miyamoto's own hobbies. People may think that Miyamoto has a hobby in gardening due to Pikmin, but one of his actual hobbies is being a DIY carpenter and rearranging his own room. Miyamoto's origins from industrial design, so he would be restless if things weren't preserved as they are. That's why he thinks people who do gardening, like his own wife, are great because they can cut plants while imagining how it will look in the future. When his wife does some gardening, Miyamoto would provide some hardware help like arranging wood frames and pouring cement into them. He also loves guessing an object's height just by looking at it, and an example used is a chair. He knows that the best seat height for Japanese people is around 38 to 42 centimeters, while people from Scandinavia would prefer 43 to 44 centimeters because they have longer legs and also wear shoes. That's why most Scandinavian seats wouldn't fit Japanese people well. Miyamoto also reflects on Pokemon Go. Miyamoto wondered why he'd been enjoying it with people around him like his family and friends. It'd been a long time since Miyamoto enjoyed a game made by someone else. But when enjoying something made by other people, one can learn and process how customers can understand things, which in turn should impact a developer's approach to convey the fun factors of their game to customers. And even Miyamoto's wife, who basically never plays games, including Miyamoto's own games, was playing Pokemon Go. But Pokemon Go's success doesn't make Miyamoto jealous. In fact, he doesn't want to be revered too much because he wants to be treated as a normal person in his household and neighborhood. He wants people to focus on the games he's made rather than himself as a person. But Miyamoto is still enjoying his job because at his current age, if he's not having fun, it would be at a loss. Anyone would be angry if a game they made was criticized harshly, but Miyamoto is making it more enjoyable by turning the criticism into energy for him, to think about how to overcome those critics. And that's the gist of the fourth part of Miyamoto's final Famitsu interview. An interesting glance into Miyamoto as a person, and who knows, maybe we'll get a height guessing mini-game in the future with like the Switch's IR sensor, I don't know. But was there anything interesting in here that you really resonated with? Let us know in the comments below, and of course be sure to subscribe to Game Explained for a lot more on Nintendo, and other things gaming too. Until next time, bye.